Okay guys, hello and welcome back. A little bit of announcement here. You'd have seen it on the competition announcement as well. However, I just want to emphasize that I'm going to be doing alternate weeks of videos. So we'll have UK Trailer Technician one week and then we'll have the Fly the next week. This will separate the wheat from the chaff, as it were, the men from the boys, or the project makers to the professionals. I don't know, however we work it, the Fly and the trailer stuff does not mix together. So instead of listening to my working life, you're going to get to see this project and some of my prepper philosophies in the video. Yeah, so I would also like to split the videos into two bits. I'll talk a little bit about philosophy and I'll also show you repairs and what we're getting on with the vehicle itself. Okay, now I'm not making an announcement about a new sponsor because it's not. I'm trialing some tools for a company which you probably see in the background here. They've sent me some tools and I'm going to try them out and review them for them first of all, and if we generate a good relationship, then I will start to promote the tools and show you what they've got, because these are the wholesalers to the guys that buy the tools for eBay, yeah, which is a privilege to me. I'm quite chuffed with that. But it's you know, it's just let's have a look first of all. Yeah, I'm also gonna look at crappy old tools that you buy from people like Aldi. Yeah, I bought this the other day for a tenner, and it is cheap, but it's effective, and I want to get that calibrate to see if it works. And I'll show you the difference between professional tools and amateur tools, if you like. However, with the vehicle that I've got, I would expect to build a toolkit up that I'd lose. It's just as simple as that, yeah. Another book I got, which was from a guy at work who was in the Royal Engineers. I know some of you guys are ex-military, you'll know that the publications that they give you, this one's brilliant, it really is, which has got me thinking about how you approach tasks, yeah. Now, I'm not a camper. I'm more of a housebound guy who likes workshops, and I like just normal living, okay? But if the shit really did hit the fan and we were stuck on our own for a while without fuel supplies, electricity supplies and no internet, then getting back to basics is really, really the best thing. So I like this book. Cheers, Andy, for that. And this is going to be not a mainstay, but it's going to be a resource for equipment setting, okay? So with the Fly, how I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it modularly, if you understand this, is do it by blocks of components, rather than swapping over one component or having to, say, repair a ball joint on a wishbone. What I'm going to do is I'll change the whole leg, strip the leg out, because it's actually quicker to take the whole leg off than it is to strip it down and then get to the component you want and then rebuild it back up. This way I can do things quicker. One of the reasons is because I have neighbours that want access to their garages, and I have a space in front of my house right in front of their garages, yeah? So like I did yesterday, the old man from number 42 came up and said, can you move, because I want to get to my garage. You can see where I'm at. Yeah, I'm tight for space. However, being an old Land Rover owner, getting components like axles and things like that, getting it ready to fit, overhauling and getting ready to fit, you can see where I'm coming from, can't you? So wishbone and leg, there's not many bolts there. Disconnect the caliper from the pipe and boom, off you go, put another one on. So I was looking through the internet for Corsa bits, and my God, aren't there so many Corsa bits. I answered an advert and went over to buy some legs. Well, the guy actually said, well, I got the whole subframe off. Turns out that he's likes his banger racing, but he's also got a workshop out in the sticks, and he has a huge supply of vehicle parts, all dismantled, but he takes them off as quickly as he can. So he'll drop the engine, the subframe and everything down, and then take the engine off the subframe. So you can see what he's doing is, I looked at it and I thought, yeah, I like you. Plus he's a resource of information. He's told me a lot about the engines already, how you can plug and play with certain engines on these vehicles, which is good, yeah. And yeah, his father just doesn't stop talking either, and there is actually a local connection there, who knows who and everybody else. So you can imagine I spent like 2 hours there chatting away to him, and I walked away with some cheap legs and a frame. So I took them to work, steam cleaned them, got all the shit off them, and what I'm going to do now is strip these down, overhaul the components, so I have a large modular set, and then start replacing. That's the best way I can see of doing it. One leg's good, the other one's a bit shitty, but how I approach this is looking at the way the components are, how they're put together. Like this wishbone at the bottom here, they're riveted together, so you can take the rivets off and change the ball joint, can't you? Yeah, so that's overhaulable. The bushes as well, I think they can be replaced. Yeah, if not, the whole wishbone gets replaced. It's as simple as that. But building up a leg complete with wishbone, caliper hubs with new bearings on, and discs and that, it's ready, bang, just straight on and away you go. You take the large unit off, excuse me, and then overhaul that. Yeah, that way you can do things very, very quickly, and then it gives you time to buy spares at your leisure, or find them. Yeah, or find them. Okay. So we've got to do a lot of diagnostics on this, a lot of checking out on this vehicle, and then once I've done that, we will then start to get this into a bit more of a prepper vehicle. It's got to have the axe, spade and bush saw. First of all, you've got to have some rope. Whatever you do, you've got to have rope, and you've got to be able to splice and have the skills to be able to splice rope, plus have a block and tackle as well. Yeah, that's the basics. That's as far as I'm thinking at the moment. Okay, the inside's going to be stripped out, and I'll do something with that, but I also want to make that modular, so whatever I can put in the vehicle, I want to be able to take it out quickly, so I can then use the vehicle for carrying something else or carrying people. Yeah, so it's got to be multi-purpose. I did dream about doing this with a Defender I had, and I thought of all the ways I could have, like getting a V8 engine, dropping that in, taking the diesel out, you know, but it's actually quite complicated to do. However, the rear of a vehicle should be multi-use, especially in scenarios where you are having to deal with disasters. Yeah. So watch this space, see how we get on with this. And I want to say thank you very much for the people who have donated. Incredible response. Obviously, it's not that much cash, but it's a help. So down below there is a link there if you want to buy me a coffee or something to help me out with this project, all the better. Yeah, we'll see how we get on with these tools, guys. I will be doing competitions to give away, because a lot of equipment I'll test, see how it is, but I won't want to keep it. Yeah, I don't have the space, and I already have everything I want anyway. You know, being a professional. Yeah, so there's opportunities there. So yeah, guys, thanks for listening, and as I say, we'll be on and off bi-weekly or bi-monthly. How does it work out? Yeah, once every other week. Anyway, okay, see you later. What do you think of the car?
Shit.
It is, isn't it? It's a pile of rubbish.
Horrible.
What are we going to do to it? We're going to get it right, yeah?
Yes, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna turn it from 100 quid car into a 101 quid car. Okay.